Hello there guys, it's me, Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 30 of Europa Universalis 4 as the Iroquois. We've just reloaded the game again, so I expect all of a sudden we are going to see a lot of recalculations with who wants to be our friends and who doesn't. 13 colonies doesn't like me an awful lot, do they? Maybe we should be improving some relations over there. It looks like Britain has another colony there as well. Oh, Britain's already colonised Australia. Well, good for them. Unfortunately, the Spanish still don't want to be my friend, mainly because of that heretic religion. Very strange, you know, we've got... they don't have any negatives against me, but they are neutral. They would not accept an alliance. If we weren't rivaled with Portugal, that still wouldn't do it, because the army strength and navy strength. Hopefully they won't declare war against us. Just because they don't want to be our ally doesn't mean that they want to attack us. There's nobody here that I specifically want to ally with. Now, one thing I was considering to do was to go ahead over here and attack the Navajo. Because we do have a CB on this for our colonial nation, who I believe is still currently friendly. They've got fairly low liberty desire, so we could go ahead and make them a little bit stronger, or to be honest we could go ahead and make them a lot stronger if we really wanted to. Got to be careful. You really need to be careful how strong you make your what are they called, your colonies and whatnot, because if you make them too strong, they will decide that it's a good idea to rise up against you. We are missing a leader. Let's grab another one. You are absolutely terrible. So that makes both of our leaders terrible. So if we were to go ahead and declare this war over here, no one else would come in on their side. So let's go ahead and confirm that. We will get that war started. We've renewed a loan, unfortunately. We kind of knew that was going to happen. Which one of you's got the guy with slightly better maneuver? It's you. So let's start getting you... we can't really easily get you over there. If we can get open borders with French Mexico... I say open borders, military access. Let's get military access. We could also do with some more improved relations there, but I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference. But we're going to march you all the way across to here. Now, we'd certainly... I mean, we can't even attack Portugal because Portugal's allied with Spain. So, once we get rid of all of the natives, which we might be able to do, once we get rid of all the natives, we're going to be kind of screwed up here in North America. Unless we can actually, you know, just keep colonizing. Moving to the south and trying to take anything down here, again, is also going to be difficult. We've got a colony, but that's all the way down here. And again, it's kind of sandwiched in between Portugal. There's not really an awful lot I can do. Unfortunately, I think we've just been unlucky with the way that the randomness of the game, essentially. The fact that we are in this position where Spain has managed to sort of integrate France, and they've just become this huge, scary nation that I can't really do an awful lot about. So we'll just have to wait on that one. Here comes the Cree, always willing to help. Good for them. Just keeping my eye out to make sure that we don't have too many problems over here. Can we improve relations with Cree anymore? We can. We'll keep doing it. Let's go ahead and keep improving relations with French Mexico. There's no reason why we shouldn't do that, even though they're not technically French anymore. Let's go ahead and see if we can just get a couple of infantry to siege out these other provinces. Because if we can do that, yeah, we can. The zone of control doesn't count because it's their capital. So they've only got 5 provinces. We'll have 3 sieged out almost instantly. Their capital is down anyway. So you guys get over there and go and siege out that fort. The Cree are probably going to go up there and chase down the armies that are merging on California. Now, these guys here do have Tech 18, but they are still tribal, the North Americans, so we should be able to deal with them without too much of a problem. So let's make sure we get everybody else over here. And we are indeed gaining control of their provinces. That's just the natives rising up. So yeah, for you to get there, you'd have to go all the way around, which is a little bit of a pain. So I guess we'll just have everybody in this province here. We will march up there and attack their armies in a moment. Military tech. Now, if we take this, we will have uneven tech. which will give us corruption. But at this point, I don't really care. We need to have the better military tech, because we are falling behind. If we look at French Mexico's on 24. We are still only on 21. So we are catching up, but at the same time, we are still behind. We're not actually taking any of this land for ourselves, so it's not going to cost us any admin points. Be nice if we could get some of these loans paid off. Who else can we rival? Well, we can't rival because we're at war. Okay, we'll try and remember that we can add another rival, so we can go and have a look at that later. Would be nice if we could actually make some more money. We'll lose the prestige here. We're already in negative prestige anyway, and I prefer not to lose the admin. They're marching off down here somewhere. That's fine. If they come towards our own land, we've got more troops that we can use to deal with them. But yeah, we want to try and get these loans paid off. These are all loans that we took out to embrace the institution. On the plus side, their armies have now fled from California. So I don't know where they're heading. They may be trying to come around here to retake their land. Or they may be coming down here to try and give me some grief in my own territory, or maybe even heading towards the Cree. But once we get these two provinces sieged out, we should be fine. So hopefully that won't take too long. We're at 28% chance to capture this one. Obviously, that's going to be instant. And there we go. Everything is sieged. Now, what we really want is for all of these to be flipped, because I can't take these. At least I shouldn't be able to. If I was to just go and have a quick look. Yeah, I can't take any of these because I can't core them. So if we were to flip all of these provinces over to California. I'm just being careful here because I don't want to accidentally click on the wrong one. So we'll flick all of these over to California. And then we go and declare peace. Now, how many of these could we take? Give us a lot of aggressive expansion. Yeah, it's a lot of aggressive expansion. But I don't really care. We can take all their money. They don't have much. It'll give us a bit of inflation, so it's not really worth it. So let's go ahead and send the demands. Now all of that territory goes over to California. You may find that they end up with a rebellion or two. But that's really their problem, not mine. We'll deal with it if we need to. But I think we should be okay in the meantime. Spain's opinion of me is actually going down again now. That's because of the aggressive expansion. Okay, that's fair enough. They still won't form an alliance. Can we make our military any bigger? And speaking of military, let's go ahead and put down the army maintenance, especially as we have corruption. Gain 5 prestige. We could reduce the inflation, but I don't want to waste the admin power. We can set another rival. So let's go ahead and have a look at who we can do that. Only Great Britain. I don't want to do that. That would be a really stupid idea, as they are really only my only ally at the moment in all of this. See, they've actually already got rebellion over there. That means I need to put the army maintenance back up again. Damn autosave. Maintenance. Army maintenance up. I might just leave a stack over here for the time being, because I don't think California actually has any troops. So we'll just go and help out with that. We'll recall the diplomat from the 13 colonies. We can't do anything useful with you. Now, it is quite possible that California will now get claims on the Cheyenne. If that's the case, we've got 4 more provinces there we can take. But again, making them a lot bigger can be dangerous, because it can give them more liberty desire. But they are now big enough to provide us with an extra merchant. Now, we actually went into that with a terrain penalty and not full morale, but I think we've got the numbers to do it. They don't have any cannons. Yeah, so we did manage to deal with that. So we'll unsiege that. So yes, an extra merchant. Where would we use said extra merchant? At this point, I'm not too sure. I guess we do control a lot of this, although it's all coming south anyway. Where else would we want to divert it? Maybe we divert it this way. Divert it away from Mexico. So we could go over here and transfer trade power. And what we want to do is have it going this way out instead of this way. We don't have a lot of trade power here. But we might be able to force it that way just a tiny bit. Right, we've managed to regain that occupation. So, yeah, you are now transferring that way, but how much are you transferring? We are currently making... Let's drop the army maintenance again, because we're not making any money. Trade, we're currently making 517. It's not a lot of money. Yeah, we're suddenly moving a lot of trade that way. 517, 602, made nearly an extra ducat a month, so that's not too bad. So we've taken some losses there. We are still maintaining a colony, which is this one here, so that's fine. Mainly doing that to try and fill in a few gaps. Now, there aren't really a lot of hugely decent provinces around. Kiowa's not too bad. It does have some decent development there, especially as taxation goes. So that might be a nice province to grab. And again, trying to grab provinces along their borders helps to stop them expanding out, which is better for us, really. Stop them getting any bigger when they don't need to be. We just need to hang around here for a little while until California managed to rebuild their army. The corruption is not great. That's one of the things that's costing us money. Now, did I actually go admin focus? I think I did, yes. So we will actually start gaining admin points at a reasonable rate. I still can't really afford to... Well, I could do. I could afford to get a rank 2 admin guy, I suppose. And we could do with the yearly prestige, but again, that would be most of the money we're making gone. Let's tax California a little bit more. They should still have relatively low liberty desire, and they do love us. So that's fine. Yeah, natives rising up, that's okay. So yeah, we want to start trying to get some of these loans paid off as soon as we can. Because it reduces our inflation, and also, well, it doesn't reduce the inflation, but it stops the inflation from going up if we have to renew the loan. But it also increases the amount of money that we make each month. So the more quickly we can pay those loans off, the better. And then we could go ahead and get ourselves a rank 2 admin guy. How long is it going to take? We're not that far off, actually. May 11/17, so just over a year away. So recall you back from the creek. We could invest in an idea if we wanted to, which of course is going to be an admin idea. We don't really need an extra diplomatic relations slot right now. So we'll just basically hang on. Oh, of course, we could have also gone for economic ideas. Extra 10% national tax modifier. Now, I really love the idea of that, but we are behind on admin tech. But there again, we could get the loans paid off more quickly. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. The reason for that is that extra 10% tax modifier will mean we'll get the loans paid off more quickly. And getting the loans paid off more quickly means we'll make more money. Getting more money means that we can afford to hire a higher rank admin guy. So let's wait until we've got like one more loan paid off. And then we'll go ahead and consider doing that. I'm keeping my eye on Spain, because I would like to be able to ally them, potentially. Let's go and make sure that things are still good with Great Britain. Things have dropped a little bit. Our improved relations is only 29, so we can get that back up. Elizabeth I. There you go. We've just automatically renewed a big stack of loans. So that will bump up the inflation. It's now gone up to 4 point something. Lost to colonialism, CB against Portugal. That's fine. So, yeah, we want to try and get these loans paid off. It's going to take a while, unfortunately. How much is each loan to repay? 273 for the cheapest one. 304 for the more expensive one. So we've still got a little while to wait. Not really any other ways that we could make more money at this stage. So we just sort of have to hang on. We still haven't even fully reinforced this army, but that's not because we're out of manpower. It's just because I'm not at full maintenance. Yeah, we're still getting these CBs on Portugal, but the problem is we can't declare war on Portugal without bringing in pain? Well, definitely we can't declare war on Portugal without bringing pain, but also the Papal State and Spain will come in on the opposite side and Great Britain won't even come in to aid us. So I know that wasn't Portugal I clicked on. It's New Portugal. It's a colony. But if I declared war on Portugal, it would be the same people coming in. It would be Portugal plus all of their allies, plus Spain, plus all of Spain's colonies. So not only would we be fighting against Spain, we'd be fighting against French Mexico, we'd be fighting against the Spanish West Indies, we'd be fighting against whatever this is up here, Pacific, North Pacific, Pacifico Norte. Spanish Columbia River would be fighting against those as well. New Granada would be against us. Portuguese Brazil, Portuguese Peru, Rio de Prata. All of these would basically fight against us. We would just dissolve. There's nothing we could do about that at all. We would just get totally and utterly annihilated. I've got no doubts in my mind whatsoever about that. We're very, very close to being able to pay off another loan. King is now loose lips. Reduced foreign spy detection. That is annoying. Let's go ahead and get one of those loans repaid. We're now making 13.54 ducats per month. But I would really like to get that admin guy. Can we afford to switch to... Well, we don't have any money at all at the moment. I mean, the yearly prestige guy could be good. But we don't have a huge number of options to choose from. So again, I've said it in a couple of videos, I don't know how much longer this campaign is going to go on. Mandate of Heaven, the latest DLC, is due to land in a couple of weeks. I don't know what effect it's going to have on this current game. And I have backed myself into a bit of a corner. There isn't much that I can do at this point. I'm a little bit sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place. The rock being Portugal, the hard place very much being Spain. And even if I stopped being friends with Great Britain and tried to be friendly with Spain, they're just not having it. Spain do not want to be my ally at all. I do keep trying to suck up periodically to their various different colonies. We should suck up to New Granada as well. Try and get as many of them friendly as possible. I'm guessing most of these colonies are all loyal. Yeah, they're all loyal, so we can't even try and support their independence against Spain. Spain is just an absolute monster in this campaign. I have no idea how they got that personal union over France, but that is some scary stuff going on over there in Europe. And the fact that they managed to hold on to Naples as well, because obviously they integrated Aragon. So they managed to hold on to Naples, and they've got a lot of stuff here. Austria's doing quite well also. They have got like a massive stack all in one province. I don't know what they're doing. They're currently not in any wars. Their enemies to Russia are the Ottomans and Bermanis. Great Britain is in a colonial war that we're not really bothered about. Even if we were to, it's not like we could even rival the Ottomans or Russia to get Spain to like us, because we can only rival the nations that the game allows us to. Still can't pay off another loan. If we look at our tech, we are looking at July of 15, so 4 years. And of course the tech penalty is still going up because of the institutions. As much as I would love to get the loan paid off, I think we need to get the better guy. But we need 155 ducats just to hire him. And that'll take us a long time to build our money pot back up again. But I guess we can afford to be in a little bit of debt. How much are we making? 1431. Let's go ahead and do it. Better advisor now. Make admin points a little bit more quickly. Our air is actually quite good here. It doesn't have as much military, but we are ahead of everything else in military anyway. But it does have 4 and 6. If we total everything up, we've got 8 points here. And over here we've got 12 points. So it's 50% more monarch points if our current heir were to become ruler. Of course, we can't abdicate because the heir isn't 15 years old. And we do take a prestige hit for doing that, but it might be something worth doing. I mean, that is nice as well, the land leader maneuver, but it's not something that we really desperately need to have. So I am thinking, we'll keep our eye on it. We'll see how that ends up. Not 100% convinced, but I will keep my eye on it. Apparently I have another merchant. I don't know where I got that merchant from. But as we have another merchant, where do we want to send you? So, we've already got a merchant there moving trade north. There aren't that many nodes up here, really. I guess we could... See, none of this flows backwards. This all flows into the Gulf of St. Lawrence, where we don't really have any control. We have a 30% control there. I guess we could... Well, we are collecting. It's our home node, isn't it? So we could try and force more down there. Now this does come up. So we could try and... We do have some control down there. What about here because of our colony? I guess that's all feeding into Rio de la Plata. There's a lot of money going in there. Could we not just collect here? Let's try and collect and see what happens. So, let's see what we are on now for trade. 5 ducats 81. We'll see what happens when he gets there. Because he's not there yet. It's going to take him a couple of months. But it'll be very interesting to see what difference it's going to make to the trade. He's not there yet. He's not going to get there by the end of this month either. But we're at 583. If he doesn't make a significant difference, we might just try channeling more money up to our home collection node. 577. It's actually dropped a little bit. Right, now he's in place. Loses stability randomly for no reason whatsoever. Shouldn't affect trade though. It does affect tax income, but it shouldn't affect trade. So we'll just wait until the end of the month. 607. He's collecting... He's collecting 1.46 ducats a month. That's not bad, actually. So I'll leave that as is. As much as I would like to go up to the positive stability, we're not going to. Now, I guess we could start working on the military ideas. We are still behind on tech, but we need to catch up with admin. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get the military the idea. The manpower recovery speed isn't that useful, but at least now we have the yearly prestige and we have the extra improved relations. The next thing we get is reduced regiment costs, which would be good for us because it would save us some money. So, yeah, not a particularly eventful episode, but we are doing a bit of housekeeping. It's something that we need to do. We can't avoid that. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.